Today we'll be discussing about the last subtopic of the lesson, key elements of democratic government. Along with this, we'll be discussing about textual questions or the exercise. So, the last part that today we'll be discussing is equality and justice. So, these words, equality and justice, are not new for you. So, we already know what is equality. Equality is treating everyone equal. There is no discrimination between rich, poor, male, female, or the person belonging to different group. So, how there is equality important for democratic government? The democratic government is basically based on equality because it focuses on the equality of the citizen. According to democratic government, all people of the country are equal. They should be treated equally. For that reason, we have a number of methods that prove that we are equal. So this is all about equality. Okay, so here we have already at the beginning I have told you about the character Maya, as she was living in South Africa, and she, or the community she belonged to, was not treated equally, and because after a lot of struggle of the people, Maya could get her rights, or the group or the community could get the right, and there is now democracy. In our country also we have taken some efforts or some steps so that our country has equality. So what are those efforts? As the Constitution of India has clearly mentioned that there will not be any untouchability in the country, means all the people will be equal. No one will be superior or inferior. And untouchability that was followed before independence, that will be abolished after the constitution is being implemented. So we don't have system like untouchability, that is already abolished and that is not followed. Then all people are equal in front of the law. No one is superior, inferior in front of the law. And whatever the laws are made, they are made for every citizen. They are not made for a particular group. So there is also equality in front of the law. Then the government also recognized this, and they had made special provisions to make the country equal. Okay, all the religion people have the right to spend, or they can have their festivals or culture according to their religions, and it shows the equality. Okay, so equality is important in a democratic government, and justice go along with equality. If people are treated equally, they feel that we are equal in this country, definitely there will be justice and they will be happy. And so if the people are not equal, they are not treated equally, there won't be any justice. So these two words or these two terms go together with each other, equality and justice. If there is equality, definitely there will be justice. Okay, so this was all about the last part of the lesson. Now we'll be moving towards the textbook questions. The textbook question that I will be discussing now, that are not expected by you to write as it is. Rather, I am not going to give you any answer. I am just going to discuss with you these questions and how answer can be written. And now you are in 6th standard, it is expected that you should write your own answers. So whatever I am telling, it is just a guideline, and you should not copy as it is, and even you don't copy from the internet also. You try to write your own answers. It doesn't matter if you are committing mistakes. If there are mistakes in your grammar or sentences, it's okay, but you should try to write your own answers. Okay, so first question is, how would Maya's life be different in South Africa today? We have, at the beginning or the first part, we have discussed Maya is one character that belonged to a class called black people, and they were not treated equally. And that time there was no democratic government when she was talking about Peterson. Okay, when she was talking about Peterson, that time there was no equality. Now South Africa has equality. There is democracy in that country. All people are equal. There are no separate trains, buses for black and white people. Both now can travel in the same bus. They can travel in the same train. There are no separate school for black people and white people. Now the country has one school where both the races people can get education together. There is equal education system now. Hospitals are same, ambulances are same, almost everything is same for black and white people. So now this is the current situation of South Africa, and the situation that was before some years when it was not a democratic country, that was very different. Now next question, what are the various ways in which people participate in the process of government? So we have discussed this also. So people can participate in the government. Number one, they can participate by giving their votes. Like we have discussed, each 5 years we have elections, and these elections are regularly held. So people can participate in this election. They can have their votes. This is one way of participating. The other ways of participating in the government are like they can share their ideas, opinions through newspaper articles, strikes, then we can say street walk, then signature. I have discussed with you social media, and different methods they can use to express their, or they can suggest their support or opposition to the government by different ways. So these are the ways that they can participate. The one is directly participating in the elections by giving the votes, and the other ways participating by different ways, like they can participate by different ways, like they can participate newspapers, articles. They can express their views using different digital mediums. Okay, then why do you think, next question, why do you think we need government to find solution to many disputes or conflicts? We have seen example of two states fighting for the water. Okay, we have seen about Kaveri river dispute. In that, two states are fighting with each other, and the problem can be solved. Such type of problem can be solved by the government or the court. For that reason, we need government. It means to solve the problems at large level, when the two states are fighting, when two governments are fighting, even two communities or two religions are fighting, for different reasons. If the government is there, if the government have the powers, because government gets some powers, government can take decision, government can make a law, so that there should be equality and no one is discriminated, or there is no injustice on anyone. For that reason we require government. Government has the authority, they have power to take any decision, so that the decision can be implemented properly and there should not be any inequality, injustice. For that reason, we required government. It means government is important for us. If there is no government, there will not be control over the people. People will behave whatever they like, and the society will not work properly. For that reason, we required the government. Then next question is, what action does the government take to ensure that all people are treated equally? Now only I have discussed with you that already Constitution has made arrangement so that all the people should be treated equally, and there is no discrimination on the basis of gender, then caste, then gender, then religion. On any basis, people cannot be discriminated. There should not be any group that this group should be neglected and the other group should be given more and more rights. This is not possible because the Constitution has made such arrangement, and we have the system called court system law, which can try to maintain the equality. And even we have different ways in which the equality can be maintained. Okay. Then last question, read through the chapter and discuss some of the key ideas of democratic government. Make a list. For example, all people are equal. This is one example. All people are equal. Then other we can write like free and fair elections are there. Means there are elections in democratic country where people can vote after a particular time, like we have in our country after 5 years. So that can be taken, we can say, a characteristics of democratic government. Then there is equality, as already mentioned here. Okay, and we have responsible government also here in democracy. Then there are certain constitutional design is there in democratic government. Government is working on constitution. Then we have parliament system where parliament is taking decision, means the representative of the people are taking decisions. Again we have separate system called court, which is not interfering. Even government cannot interfere in the matters of court. So that is separate part of the we can say our institution organization. So these are certain features of our we can say democratic government, where there is equality, there is respect to the opinion of the people, where people are important, their representatives are important, and people's opinions are considered. What people feel, that is important, not a particular person feels, that is not important. Like in, we can say, kings, and at the time of kings and queens, the king and queens, they used to take decisions and the decision was compulsory for everyone. But this is not possible in democracy. In democracy, people have the rights, they can express their opinion, they can oppose the government, they can support the government, and if they don't feel that this government is not working properly, they can next time when they will get the opportunity, that time they can select their representative as they want. Okay, so these are the different ways, and this is the characteristics of a democratic government. So I hope you must have understood all about the lesson, that is democratic government. So I am observing from few days that most of you are not watching the videos till the end. So I request you to watch the videos very carefully. If you are not able to understand, watch it again and again. Okay, so that your doubts will be cleared. Until you have your doubts, you can send me an mail or you can call me. You have my contact number at the time of exam I have shared with you. And of course the worksheet should be sent on time so that your evaluation or judgment assessment will be done properly. If you are sending your worksheet pending, that again can be not beneficial to you. So send your worksheet on time and watch the video again and again until you understand properly. Okay, then take care and have a nice day.